Today's demo is going to be all within my LLM of choice, which is Claude. I've done a little bit of homework ahead of time. I've went ahead and connected the MCP, and I've already plugged in a couple of prompts. I'll go ahead and read the prompts first, and then I'll talk through everything that the tool is doing in order to generate the insights and actions within the Zylo data. So number one, I've got a cost savings use case that I've created here. So what I plugged in was, I'm a software asset manager and I need to find all applications and active contracts in Zylo that are missing renewal alerts. So that's important, right? I need to have alerts so that I can effectively manage my renewals. I want to find those missing alerts. Please prioritize the results by financial spend risk. So you already start to think, I have lots and lots of applications that are missing alerts. I want to get the most important ones first. And I want to group them into categories high, medium, and low risk so I can quickly see which renewals need immediate attention and avoid those unexpected auto renewals. So probably a common use case that you guys would be doing on a pretty regular basis, especially when you're first getting stood up and started with Zylo. So what is Claude able to do now? Well, it's actually loading. If I look at this used a skill loaded tool, this is all that playbook data. It's actually knows how to go in, query the data, create the schemas, and create the results and the insights that I'm looking for. And that result is, I've got this full list, and it's telling me, hey, 485 of 495 active apps at 98% are actually missing these renewal alerts. So I've got some work to do, but that's why it's important that I have a prioritized list, right? So I don't need to worry about every single app under the sun. It's going to actually tell me the most important, the high spend apps that really need attention. It's broken those down into my high risk applications, my medium risk. It's breaking down my auto renewal exposure as well. So it's really giving me that full playbook of everything I need to do as far as getting these alerts set up. Now, one thing it's called out, which is interesting, is 4 of my highest spend apps have no contract at all. So that's probably a problem, right? Snowflake, Vertex AI, OpenAI, and Adobe Creative Cloud. To me, when I was reading that list, I thought, Adobe Creative Cloud is a weird one because that's one of our big applications that we're always worried about that renewal, and we're always worried about the license management for that application. So I really want to focus on that one. And it's weird to me that we don't have a contract in place yet for that one. So we talked about how MCP allows us to combine data sources, right? So in the case of my Claude, I've got it connected to my contract repository. So what I've said is, hey, Adobe Creative Cloud, that's a big one. Look in my contract repository and tell me if I've already got a contract for that one. And it says, yep, found that contract. It's in your, it's an invoice and it's in your repository. Let me go ahead and scan the document, which is done here. It's telling me all of the details that are in that document. It's telling me the renewal date, which is coming up here in a few weeks. I'm really glad that I found this one. And it's highlighting any kind of data gaps that it's seeing. If there's anything that's in Zylo that's kind of not matching up with that. So like if the license counts are different than what's in the contract, it's going to highlight some of that stuff. And then finally, we get to our write use case. Okay, so everything we've done so far is essentially reading data and interpreting the data that's in Zylo. But now I want to actually say, hey, just go ahead and create that contract. You've got the contract, parse through it, create a new contract in Zylo. And then it also has gone ahead and created all of my alerts for this application. So if you can imagine, within just this one update to the prompt, I've actually created a contract and I've created all the alerts for this application. So my work is essentially done. You can imagine that can be a process if we don't have a tool like this, it's pulling everything together into one place. So that's an example of driving cost savings and creating those efficiencies in a read-write use case.